Hey, it's Megan Caper here, and I wanted to talk to you today about connection. This is something that's been coming up for me personally, and also in my work with my clients a lot lately. And I feel like it's also been highlighted by the time we're in 2020, when a lot of us are feeling disconnected from other people, from the way our life was before, from routines or roles that we had before. I think it's really being highlighted, the importance of connection. It's one of those things of when something changes or gets taken away, you suddenly realize how important it was or the place it had in your life. So I wanted to talk about the importance of connection. So, connection, there's all sorts of studies that show that as humans, we need connection. We need social connection. It helps us physically be healthier. People who have better social networks live longer lives and have less disease and fewer emotional issues like depression and anxiety. And so I wanted to talk about like how important that type of connection was, that social connection. And then I also wanted to talk about two other kinds of connection that I think are equally as important. So the first type I want to talk about is connection to yourself, right? So this is, and when I say connection, I really mean feeling the ability to give and receive love. Really, that's what connection is. So, connection with yourself is the ability to give and receive love for yourself. And I know that a lot of us struggle with this. We struggle with, that the gremlins in our head, those voices that tell us we're not worthy or we're not deserving or we're not good enough or, various versions of the same message. And it's really about developing self compassion and self love, that connection with ourself. And it's incredibly important because if we aren't friends with ourselves, if we don't love ourselves, it makes our day to day life really, really hard. Um, so that's the first kind, is that self compassion and self connection. The second kind is connection with beings and the planet and things outside of ourself, right? So this is our social connections, our connections to our friends and our family or our found family if our birth family is not that healthy to connect to and give and receive love from. And then the world around us. So animals, pets, can we give and receive love to pets and the planet? Can we give and receive love from a tree um, and the sun and, just all the ways that the planet nourishes us. So that's the second type, is connection to things outside of ourselves, people, animals, the planet. And again, this has been shown scientifically to just be so, so important. There's studies in Japan about connection to nature and how that can improve our health and our well-being. And like I said, there's tons of studies about social connections and how that can improve our health and well-being. So that's sort of the second area to look at, is how well and easily and open are you to receiving and giving love to creatures and people and the world outside of yourself. And then the third type of connection is a spiritual connection. And this one is the least concrete, obviously, right? Because we can't physically experience it in the same way we can in the others. But it's just as important, that feeling of being connected to that source energy that is taking care of you and providing for you and co-creating your life, collaborating your life with you, that spiritual path you're on, that you're trying to create. So, that awareness of what your spiritual path is and feeling supported in that. That's that third type of connection. Are you able to both give and receive love from divine, from spirit? That's important. And I feel like all three of these are important in our life in different ways. And it's so, so important to work on all of them and to develop those relationships, to really develop that deep ability to love, that deep ability to love myself, give and receive love to myself, give and receive love to others in my life, other people, other beings, and then give and receive love to and from divine. Like that is also super, super fulfilling and important and necessary as we grow and spend our time on this planet and beyond this planet. So yeah, I'm going to go into these in more detail in further videos. But I just wanted to bring up this. And if this resonates with you, will you share a comment with me of like where you feel most connected? Like, is there one area where you're just like, yeah, I've totally got that. I feel totally connected on that. Or is there an area where you're like, ooh, I have a hard time giving and receiving love in that area of these three areas? I'd love to know because this is an ongoing process for me. All three areas at different times in my life, I've felt super connected to, and then there's been times when I felt very disconnected from all three. And yeah, so I'd love to know how this hits for you. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.